It's your favorite realtor, Erica Hernandez, with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Gary Green. Alright guys, so today I'm taking you on a ride, vlog style. For those of you who don't know what vlog means, it's a video blog. I know at first when I heard the term, I'm like, what the heck is a vlog? You know, I know what a blog is, but a vlog with a V? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm taking you on for a ride today. I'm gonna show you what a day in Erica's life looks like, especially right now, 2021. I've made this video before with, you know, a day in the life of a realtor, and let me tell you, things have completely changed for me, especially, and in the market and in general. Just things are different. All right, so there's a little bit of traffic. I hope I'm not late. I am headed to a appointment right now with a new buyer that I knew from middle school. It's so crazy. He reached out to me maybe about a year ago and had asked me, you know, hey, like, when I'm ready to buy, do you think you can help me? I'm working on my credit right now, things like that. So he reached out and he asked me if I can help him. His credit is so much better now. He qualified for a loan and he wants to see some homes. So he asked me what areas of Houston I work, and I pretty much said like anywhere. I go all over Houston. I'm not afraid to drive. I know a ton of areas everywhere around Houston. I know how to get around, so it's not a problem for me. I like driving, I like exploring, and I actually learned a lot about Houston, so I'm not mad at that. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am headed to right now. Since it's a long drive because it is on the north side of Houston and I'm driving from Pearland, I did want to talk to you guys and do this vlog style video for you, just to like catch up with you. A lot has happened. Does anyone else feel like January is the longest month ever? I mean, it, you know, next week January's over, so it does kind of feel like, oh my god, it's gone. But I have a lot of goals this year and I'm not gonna slack off. And so, one, January feels like the longest month ever. Two, what the heck is happening? This COVID situation is not getting under control. So I don't know about you, but with everyone that's like getting sick around us, I don't know. I'm actually pretty scared, but you know, you have to like keep going. So it's a weird thing. I think for most of us, it's like a really weird thing. You know, we're in an awkward situation. It's like, do you stop working completely so you're not exposed to anybody at all? And then like, how do you make money? It's anyway, I'm not gonna talk about it too much because I feel like now talking about COVID and the vaccine and who's sick and who's not, and do you wear your mask and do you like sanitize, it's so controversial right now that like I can't even talk about it too much, and I've been staying pretty quiet because I don't like confrontation with people, or like I just don't like stirring the pot. I keep my opinions to myself, all of that. I'm just right now saying COVID is not under control. What the heck is happening? Okay, another thing, January. What the hell with the riots? Oh my god. Like, is this real life? Is this really happening? Like COVID, and then you throw this whole riot thing in the mix, and we're all just like, what do we focus on? Like, and then you have to go to work, and then you have to work on your relationships, and then people, you know, you have to be a mom, you have to be a good daughter, a good sister, you know, you have to work on your health, and you have to work on your eating habits and growing your business and your life goals. I mean, it's a lot. It really is a lot. I don't know how you guys feel, but woo, January 2021, holy crap. Alright, so moving on, I want to talk to you guys about something I saw on TV, which I thought was hilarious. I accidentally clicked on the wrong button and it took me to this like old school shows, like black and white. I want to say it was black and white, I think. Old shows, and it was this couple that wanted to sell their home, and then they kind of like regret it wanting to sell their home. I'm gonna put a little clip here, and then I'm gonna talk about it.
Alex, that man has come in here, pounded on our floors, and insulted our house, and you haven't said one word to stop him.
I think everything's going beautifully.
You what?
Honey, if a man doesn't like a house, he's hardly going to buy it, so let's hope that he hates it.
Well, suppose he hates it and buys it anyway.
That's not logical.
Well, then it's probable. Well, I have a feeling something terrible is going to happen.
Don't worry, you got us into this. I will get us out of it, calmly and simply.
How?
I'll overprice it.
You what?
Now, look, the house is worth about $22,000. So if Bullock asks what I want, I'll say $32,000, and he'll storm out of here in a fury.
Oh, honey, you're wonderful.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Badly hung door. Amanda? Amanda!
Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Remember?
Yeah. Who do I talk business to?
Me,
What are you asking?
$32,000.
You got yourself a deal, pal. Shake. Now don't try to get out of it. I've got witnesses. I'll be here tomorrow, same time with a check. Good night.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Amanda?
Alright, so I thought this clip was so hilarious because the couple was like pretty much saying like, we don't want to sell this house anymore, and then the guy that was buying it, there was a part you guys missed that I didn't get to record, but he's like knocking on the wood and he's like, I bet this house has termites. If it had termites, you wouldn't tell me. So he's like trying to make it seem like, you know, like almost like a poker face, I guess, because he doesn't want to show that he really loved the home and all this stuff. He was just like downplaying the house, like, and then at the end of the day, like the seller's like, well, I'm gonna give him a price that he's gonna say like, hell no. And then the wife really wants it, so he says yes to the price, right? He's like, oh, I think we're stuck, like I think we have to sell this home, like there's no going back. I wonder how clients imagine they have to behave in front of a realtor, like what kind of things they should do so that the realtor doesn't think, you know, or take advantage of them. And first off, I want to say you have to be working with a realtor that you trust. I'm gonna say that first and then I'll explain later. I don't think it's necessary, like if I show my clients a house and they actually do like it, I don't think it's completely necessary not to show emotion, like that you like it, but I do think you should keep it to a minimum. Not like, oh my lord, I love this house. I think it's okay to say like, this house has potential, there's a lot of things I like about it, you know, things like that, like showing that you are interested. But definitely like, you know, poker facing the whole thing, like I don't like it, you know, just so you can negotiate the price, like that's not necessary. I was also thinking, because of the market right now, you almost cannot even try to like say, oh, I'm not that interested, so I'm not gonna show interest, that way I can negotiate the price, like I'm gonna make the realtor negotiate for me. And it is so nuts right now. It's super hard to negotiate. Granted, I'm a really good negotiator. When sellers are getting 10 to 15 offers on a home, there is not much negotiations. Like the seller's gonna take the top offer that makes them more money and is like the most strongest offer, you know, a good bank or even like a cash offer. They're not worried about you like not completely loving it, like they're concerned about the money. But going back to that, like you as a buyer, you don't have to completely say like, oh, you know, it's okay. I think, you know, your realtor should know that you are interested, but I mean, you don't have to like overly do it, you know, try to be poker face, like I'm not interested. Or, you know, definitely if you love it completely, like you don't have to be all overly excited either. And then the other thing I was gonna say is, so when I sit with sellers, oh my God, sometimes I feel like they're so cold, and I get it because we're getting ready to sit down and talk about their property value. But usually I can charm them because I know a lot. I'm super knowledgeable and very organized. And then towards the end, they're like super friendly, they're talking. But I'm getting ready to get off to meet my client, so I'll take you guys around so you can see. Okay, so I just finished showing this client 2 homes and they did like one of them. So my job now is to get a little bit more information, possibly call the agent and find out like if the price is negotiable, are there any offers on this home, and then I'll go home later on today because I have a bunch of appointments and put this offer together for my client. I'll write it up, send it to their email so they can sign electronically, then I'll get it back and then I'll submit it to the seller's agent. So that's pretty much it. I need to make sure to hand sanitize because I've been touching a whole bunch of doors and light switches, and I think I'm gonna go twice here. It's pretty scary. I had my mask on. My lipstick didn't get ruined. I don't think so. I hate when that happens. I did bring my cold coffee today in case I was in a hurry, which I was this morning. And I'm way over here in the north side. And I might not even have time to stop anywhere. Although I do need to stop by for gas. So that's kind of what's going on. Moving on to my next appointment. It's an hour from right now. I'm going to be meeting a new client who wants to purchase a home and they're a first-time home buyer. So I'm going to give them the first-time home buyer consultation. I think the first-time buyer consultation is a must because if you don't know what you're doing, we need to talk about it. I'm not just going to start opening doors for you like a door opener. Like, I'm a real professional. I educate, I help, I, do a lot of things for clients. So that's what we're gonna do. I've never met this client before. It came in through our system at Gary Green. So what they'll do is like when leads come in, they'll assign them to people in those areas. But right now I need to GPS myself out of here. Let me put my GPS on.
The route is being calculated.
Okay, so I'm using my car GPS. That way
in 200 feet onto
my phone won't be interrupted. So where did I take off? Earlier I was talking about how long January has been, all this madness going on. So I also talked about ways to behave when you're a seller and a buyer. You don't have to be so cold. We talked about that. I can totally feel people's vibes, like when they come in, or when I come into their homes. Like if they're really cold, man, I can feel it. But if they're friendly, they just want to learn, they just want you to help them, they're in need, then it feels good. It feels good. I feel happy that I'm there. I want to go above and beyond. And that's another thing I want to talk about since I'm driving and talking. The way you treat your realtor is the way that realtor is going to treat you. So if you have been nothing but nice to your realtor, patient with your realtor, sending your realtor leads, sending them people that are purchasing and buying as a referral, that realtor is going to take care of you. So for example, I've had some deals like houses that are going to come on the market, and I go to my favorite clients. So I'll tell my clients, like, I have a house that's coming on the market. If you're interested, I'll get you in before it hits the market. If not, it's going to go on the market. It's going to go fast and I won't be able to help you because I can't help after that. Like once it goes on the market, it's the seller's decision. Like they're going to go with whoever they want. A lot of times, sellers will be happy that I'm helping them and like, I already have a buyer for you. So who doesn't love that? You're sitting at the table trying to figure out how you're going to sell your home. And the realtor is telling you, I already have a buyer. I mean, who doesn't love that? So that's kind of how it works. So what I'm saying is, like, treat your realtor good. Like, don't be mean. Don't be rushing her and, like, acting crazy because if you do that to a realtor, and I have had people be like super rude to me, like I'm not available or something, and they're like, well, I'm gonna go use somebody else if you don't make it happen. And like, what am I supposed to do? They can't corner me into canceling other people's appointments, you know, because they wanted for me to be available when they're available. You at least have to give a realtor like 24-hour notice or 48 courtesy. So yeah, like when people are rude, I have no tolerance, and those are not going to be the people I reach out to first. Or if I know of a special program, or if I know something new, like interest rate just dropped this morning, I'm not texting the rude ones. I'm texting like my favorite clients, like, hey, guess what? Let's go find you your house today because interest rates dropped by a whole 2 points or whatever the case. Anyway, so holy smokes, I look so oily, and I am. I hate my skin. I don't know why I'm so goddamn oily. All right, so moving on to the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. If you're still here, you're awesome. The next thing I want to talk about is this crazy market. I literally just had a conversation with the realtor, and she was like, if this is how January looks and it's supposed to be the dead month, how is, you know, the busy season is March, April, May, June, July, August. Those are like the busiest months of the year for realtors. And I was talking to a realtor, and she's like, if this is how January looks, oh my Lord, our summer is gonna be crazy. So right now I'm trying to get really organized, because if it picks up, I need to have all my business like, look, A, B, C, D, like this is how it's gonna work. I need to have these systems in place so that I'm not like overwhelmed. Just so you know, interest rates are still very low. Also, inventory is getting a little bit better. At the end of 2020, inventory was super low. With COVID, people were very nervous about putting their house on the market. So there wasn't inventory. There wasn't homes to purchase. But it's getting a little bit better now. All right, I just pumped gas. I gotta drive back to the south side, so I can't be on an empty tank and then run out of gas. Raise your hand if that's ever happened to you. Just one time. It did happen to me one time. I can't believe I let that happen. I ran out of gas in the middle of the freeway. Oh my God. It was the scariest thing. Anyway, I'm gonna take another sip of this coffee. All right, so as I'm putting gas, I get like all these phone calls and text messages. One of them is from an agent that wants to show a house I have for sale for my sellers. And she's like, hey, there's a cat in the front door and he really wants to go inside. Is he an inside cat? And I'm like, please do not let the cat in. He's an outside cat. When I had my appointment with the seller, I asked her the same thing too. And she was like, no, this is an outside cat. It just really likes, it wants to come in all the time, but we don't let it. Can you imagine that disaster right now? Having to call the owner like, hey, a crazy cat just went in your home. We need to get it out. So that's kind of what happens. Like, I have to keep up with my appointments for the day, and then anything happening with houses I have for sale on the market, I have to do those too. By the way, you can see my double chin in this video, and I'm okay with it. Like, I feel like a lot of people are super hard on themselves, you know, on video, and hey, this is me. This is my double chin. I am who I am. And like, I have bad angles and I have good angles. Right now, you're just getting whatever angle is available right now. I'm putting the phone down right at this angle. It's so you can see that I'm out here driving. Anyway, what were we talking about before I had to pump gas? Buyers, sellers, people being nice, the market is crazy. January is crazy. Summer's gonna be crazy. On a personal level, let's get pretty personal here. Oh my gosh, so much is happening. My brother got engaged on New Year's Eve, and gosh, it was a happy moment, but also very scary. Because I think there was like a COVID exposure within the family. Someone got exposed, and then we're like, oh my gosh, like, are we in danger right now? So that was kind of scary. So that totally happened. I'm really happy for my little brother getting married. He's a big boy now. So I did sell my brother a house last year, and then he's engaged now, and he's about to have a baby. His girlfriend right now, or fiance, is currently pregnant, and we can't wait to see our little baby. They haven't found out or don't want to find out the gender yet, so we'll see what happens when the baby comes out. I'm just really excited. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna spoil that baby so much. I want that baby to be happy and not miss anything ever. Like, all of the nieces and nephews in our family are like our future, and you know, we're just here trying to work to be able to do good and offer something to the second generation. So I'm pretty excited about that. Man, this car is freaking crazy. What's wrong with this guy? He like got next to me and he was gonna pass me up, and then traffic screwed him. I always wonder, like, when people are going like super fast, like, are they going to a real emergency, or like, do they gotta pee so bad? Or are they angry, like they just got so pissed off that they're just speeding everywhere? Who knows? And who cares? I'm kind of thinking, like, I wonder if people are looking at me like videotaping myself while I'm driving. But who the hell cares? I don't even know them. Who cares what people think? 2021 is gonna be the year of I don't give a like, I don't care what my angles are. Like, I look a certain way. I'm not gonna be hard on myself. I gained a little weight. I'm not gonna stress out about that. I'm just gonna try to be healthy and work out for my health, not for my weight. You know, of course, the weight is gonna be a plus if I work out, but I don't care. Like, we all need to like stop caring about what people think and live our life. Because right now, like, we never know when our last day is. 2020 was the last year for a lot of people, especially the ones that freaking passed. Like, all the stresses and stuff in life, just live your life. Anyway, ooh, that car is loud. It's an ugly, ugly day. It's like so humid and foggy, and it's like raining a little bit or sprinkling. Okay, so yeah, continuing with my personal stuff. I think I still have another 20 minutes before I get back to the south side. Anyway, so great news on that end. My brother getting engaged, all that good stuff. Bad news on my little dog. So those of you that know my pets, I have a Shih Tzu and a Poodle. My Shih Tzu had a tumor last year, and we were gonna get it removed, but her levels for her kidneys were way too low, and they just wouldn't do surgery on her. So they pretty much told us, like, you know, take her home, and when you feel like she's not comfortable anymore, then we will have to make a decision to put her down. And I'm not gonna cry. I mean, it's really scary. I have a long day. I can't cry. It's really scary, but another tumor has grown, and now she's like not good. And like, I think about this, and I'm like, I have so many things going on right now, and it feels terrible to say, like, I can't deal with losing my dog right now. Like, can it wait for a better time? There is no better time, and she's not getting better, and we have to take it for what it is. She's not comfortable anymore. Surgery's out of the question. We're gonna ask again. We have an appointment here soon. We want to ask, like, what is the possibility of trying for surgery. Like, we're in a weird place right now, trying to make decisions and figuring out what's the best thing for both of us. I think part of us wants to be a little selfish and keep her, like we're trying everything we can to keep her as long as possible, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. It's not gonna be good. So yeah, like on top of like all my business stuff, all my like trying to reach my goals, this and that, we don't have children, we don't plan to have children, and we always get a lot of, you know, people trying to convince us otherwise, but all we have is our dogs, and pretty soon we may not have one, and then the other one, she's super healthy, but she's also 10 years old, so dogs don't last that long, and we know like the end is near for her too, although she's super healthy and we love her so much. But yeah, like it's just crazy right now, like trying to deal with everything. And a lot of times, like social media, I feel like we just need to be more open with each other and share like our good things and our bad things too, like things that are not going so great in our life, just so that we can relate to each other, because life is not about happy. And sometimes like on a picture in social media, you don't really know what's going on in someone's life. I also don't judge people like for the things they do, especially like when someone's like super mean and just like a terrible human. There's always a reason why people are a certain way. So I try not to judge people, and you know, like, hey, I don't take it personal. You just yelled at me for whatever reason. I'm not gonna take it personal, because you could be going through so much stuff that this little disagreement isn't worth anything. Like, just let it go. I'm almost at my next appointment. Work does make me really happy, and it makes me forget. So I can't imagine like a life without working, although sometimes I dream about the day where I don't work anymore, just relax and travel and me time. But yeah, like I like to work. I love to work, and it distracts me from everything else, which is kind of nice to disconnect your brain from all your worries. So I'm excited to meet this person. I love people in general. So talking to this client is going to distract me. I get to meet somebody new. I hope to make a difference in someone's life, and hopefully all their future, you know, referrals that they send me. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'll hop back on so you guys can keep joining me. If you're still with me, again, thank you so much. That means you're interested, and you know, and you care about me. So I appreciate that you're watching. I appreciate everyone who has helped me. I think good people in the end get rewarded, and I have been good all my life. I've never been a person who hurts people on purpose and does evil things. So I know that I have built my good karma, and that good karma is coming back in the form of work, because I love to work, and I've been getting a lot of work, which more work means more money, and money means I can do a lot more things in life before I die. Travel more, you know, live my life, treat myself to things that I never thought I could treat myself to, treat my parents to things. I mean, recently they've been crying like so much, like, you don't have to do that, like, you don't have to pay, you don't have to this. I'm like, yes I do, because you sacrificed everything for us. So now it's my turn, and money comes and goes, and it's here now, so I'm gonna use it to take care of you. My exit is near. All right, I'm gonna grab another chair and I'll take you into his office. Here's his office. I want to show you his wall over here. Super cute. So my husband has his own company. He does design fire alarm and security for commercial properties. So schools and restaurants and bars, clubs, whatever, if they need fire alarm, which are kind of like those little things that you see that say fire, especially when you go to restaurants, you'll see them. He designs those fire alarm systems. So he also does security for commercial buildings as well. So he'll do the entire cameras and access control and all that stuff. But his main focus is fire because he does have a bunch of expensive licenses for that. So I'll take you guys back here so I can sit down. So that's kind of what he does. And he started kind of working from home for a little while. And then that was kind of overwhelming because he needed a warehouse space. And actually, I'll take you guys to the warehouse. So I found this place for him where we are now. It has like a conference room, his office, another office, front lobby, and a warehouse space. All right, so this is kind of like his warehouse space. I think what he does is like he divides jobs into sections. So this is kind of like the cars come in here and they deliver any. So big trucks will kind of come through here and drop off stuff, and then his workers will pick it up and leave. Like he has a whole bunch of boxes and stuff. So it's a really big space. I'll walk you through the entire office here. So this is a conference room. I took some chairs. His office, we already went in there. Restroom, copy space. Another office over here. And then the front lobby. And this is where I'm meeting some clients. So I'm on the road and I brought these chocolate covered blueberries. Oh my God, these are so good. Has anyone else tried them? They're dark chocolate. So you know, dark chocolate is healthy. They're so good. All right, y'all. I'm at Whataburger. Ready for lunch. I'm starving. I came home to eat. Oh my God, I have no lipstick on. I'm just gonna retouch my makeup. I don't think there's any makeup that stays on all day long. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm oily. I've talked about that before. Not that anyone can see my lipstick, but we're just gonna pop on some more. I love this color. Kind of try to unflatten the hair. Put a little more blush on. So this one is a 3-car garage. So cute.
All right, just relax. All right, we're moving to the correct system. Your ladder.
0.4 section 2B of the SCCA standard dictates all AF class cars must have minimum trunk space of 20 inches by 12 inches by 6 inches. Your trunk doesn't close, ergo car fails slightly. Ergo car is disqualified from said class.
Let me ask you a question. When you win these bulls,